Sleighing It, in the quirky town of Maplewood, where the snow fell like powdered sugar and the eggnog flowed like water. The holiday season was always a little unconventional. This year, Lindsay and Kat, two sisters known for their penchant for chaos, had decided to host the biggest holiday party the town had ever seen. But as they looked out their window, they were greeted by a sight that would make even the Grinch raise an eyebrow. Santa's reindeer were moonwalking on their roof. Are those reindeer? Kat squinted, her glass of eggnog sloshing dangerously close to the rim. Yeah, and they're definitely not sober, Lindsay replied, doubling over with laughter as she watched them execute a particularly impressive spin. I knew we should have invited the North Pole over for drinks. The sisters had unwittingly become the hosts of a holiday disaster when a GPS glitch caused Santa's sleigh to reroute, dumping gifts down their chimney like confetti at a New Year's bash. Now, the living room was overflowing with presents, each one more bizarre than the last, like the inflatable lawn flamingo dressed as an elf and a life-sized cutout of a very confused-looking Santa. As the sisters tried to make sense of the chaos, the reindeer, emboldened by their eggnog binge, decided to join the festivities. With a loud crash, one of them, Rudolph, if the red nose was any indication, lost his balance and sent the Christmas tree tumbling. Ornaments flew like shrapnel, and the sisters ducked for cover, giggling uncontrollably. Operation Save the Tree, Lindsay shouted, lunging for the toppled evergreen, only to trip over a pile of gifts and land face first in the tinsel. Forget the tree, we need to contain the reindeer, Kat yelled, but just as she turned, a rogue squirrel, apparently drawn by the scent of holiday snacks, darted through the open door and launched itself at the nearest reindeer. What followed was a festive brawl that would go down in Maplewood history. The reindeer, now fully committed to the party vibe, began to prance and kick, trying to dodge the squirrel, who was determined to steal a candy cane from the snack table. Lindsay and Kat found themselves caught in the middle, trying to separate the combatants while laughing so hard they could barely breathe. Is this what they mean by holiday spirit? Kat wheezed, grabbing a reindeer by the harness while the squirrel clung to its leg, chattering furiously. Just as the chaos reached its peak, the front door swung open, and in walked Santa himself, looking surprisingly unfazed. I see you've taken my reindeer for a spin, he chuckled, surveying the pandemonium. The sisters froze, half expecting to be put on the naughty list, but instead, Santa laughed heartily. Looks like you're having a bit of a holiday hullabaloo. I could use some help getting my crew back in line. With a twinkle in his eye, Santa waved his hand, and the reindeer suddenly calmed, gathering around him like puppies. Now, for your kindness in hosting this wild party, I have a little gift for you. He pulled out a shimmering snow globe from his sack, its contents swirling with a miniature winter wonderland. Make a wish, he said, handing it to Lindsay. But be careful what you wish for. Lindsay exchanged a glance with Kat, and with a mischievous grin, she whispered, how about a little more madness next year? As the sisters shook the snow globe, the reindeer resumed their moonwalking, and the squirrel, now perched proudly on Rudolph's back, began to dance along. Laughter filled the room, and the spirit of the holidays wrapped around them like a warm blanket. Happy holidays, Plymouth, Kat shouted, raising her glass of eggnog high, and the sisters knew that this was just the beginning of their legendary holiday escapades.